Welcome to the video series, an introduction to using Microsoft Teams, brought to you by Progressive Computing, Inc. Part 18, Teams Etiquette. Please understand that Microsoft Teams is just like any other organizational tool. Teams alone doesn't solve problems, create collaboration, or promote productivity. People do. So everyone in your organization has to A, understand how to use the tool, and B, understand the expectations on how it will be used. Don't force Teams, or for that matter, any other tool on people. Rather, sell them on the value and how it enables your organization to hit company goals, whatever they may be. So not only do you need to get everyone in the boat, but they've got to be rowing in the same direction. To be most effective with Teams, consider some etiquette rules. You should customize these to match your particular company values. What is your organizational culture? Do new people get Teams training? Does everyone have the same expectation on response times? Do you mandate Teams to be set to auto start when you log on to your PC? What about Teams on mobile devices? What are the expectations there for accessibility and availability? These are all important questions for you as an organization to make sure you've got clear expectations and answers to. Now, respecting statuses. Is it fair to set your status to DND or Do Not Disturb forever? Likely not. How persistent will you be when someone is set to busy or on DND? Will you just keep bugging them until they finally answer you? The point here is to consider that statuses are meant to convey your status, not to be a perpetual warning sign to stay away forever or to be completely ignored. I get it. We're all busy, and sometimes we need to shut down and find a quiet, undisturbed corner to work. Just remember to come up for air and that there's a bunch of other people in your organization counting on you to work with them. Chat rules. The number one rule we like to convey to you is to keep it silly, simple, or the KISS rule. Avoid complex conversations. Ask yourself, when does a chat need to stop and turn into a face-to-face? Don't write paragraphs in general. Chat is meant for quick things, not to document or be very long-winded. Be clear and specific. Here's an example. Are you free? Doesn't tell me much. I might just answer with a simple no and risk upsetting somebody. But, hi, I need 10 minutes to talk about ABC client. Are you free before noon? Now that's way better. I'll probably still say no, but at least you get the A for the effort. Haha, just kidding. The more specific you can be with your chat messages and the more concise that you can be, the better. Video calls. Be mindful of who may be listening, especially in a public setting or an open area. Use a headset to at least eliminate half the conversation from being broadcast around you. Mind your own voice volume. For some strange reason, most humans believe they have to significantly raise their voice when speaking on a computer-based call. It's just like the phone. They will hear you even if you whisper. Aside from the leakage of information, it can be annoying to coworkers and others if you're broadcasting your video calls on the loudest volume. Don't forget the blur background feature to cut down on distractions behind you as well. Now, teams and channels are subject to something called SPRAWL. You need to have a plan. Don't just create teams and channels all willy-nilly. Think about who is going to administer or who is responsible for designing your teams and channel structure. Who can and should be allowed to do such activities, such as creating new teams and channels? These and more are all good questions to ask. Work with the Progressive Computing team to carefully plan out and manage your team's setup. Security is always ever present on our minds. So make sure that the security and permissions on your teams and channels are set properly. Make sure that the data within your files within teams and channels are ones that that team should be accessing. Involve PCI whenever you're in doubt, and just be mindful of granting access to external users, as I thoroughly covered in the video on guest access in SharePoint.